scientists just discovered something interesting. I've never talked about this yet on the podcast, and you guys can look this up. So our Milky Way galaxy is pretty interesting because it's absorbing another galaxy at this exact moment called the Sagittarius Dwarf Galaxy. Not the Sagittarius constellation, that's something totally different. We are absorbing the Sagittarius Dwarf Galaxy at this exact moment. People thought for all these decades, looking, or even hundreds of years, looking up in the night sky, seeing that swath of stars going across, well, that's the Milky Way. Guess what? We've been wrong the whole time. This is now being taught in universities in astrophysics. So what you're looking at the absorption or the merging of the Sagittarius with the Milky Way galaxy. And the exact point where it merges and drops into the Milky Way is right where our solar system is located, which would explain the rogue planets that we know that are out there. There's millions of rogue planets that have no sun, that are just floating free around. There's planets and solar systems that are orbiting far beyond the orbit of Pluto in our inner Oort cloud, admitted by astronomers now, that there's other solar systems within this inner Oort cloud area orbiting our sun every 4,200 years. So all of a sudden, that's Corey Powell, the astronomer at Discovery magazine, by the way, who said that. So this is pretty interesting. We're talking about the fact that our solar system itself is an implant into the Milky Way, that we come from Sagittarius. We're not even part of the Milky Way galaxy.
Okay. So they think there's something large out there. Mm-hmm. They think there's something large out there that they haven't yet identified because of the way that gravity is responding.
In some way, millions of years ago, something moved through our solar system and captured its own weird orbit around our sun. And what's crazy is the evidence is in our solar system. So Saturn and Neptune switched locations because of a gravitational field. Uranus has flipped on its side and orbits its equator is orbiting north and south, not east and west. And they know that
it got hit.
Like it got hit, or something gravitationally just tugged at it so hard that it flipped sideways.
And it never stops.
Never stopped. And it moved through our solar system way out beyond the orbit of Pluto, and this thing captured its own orbit. This is in the Enuma Elish and the Seven Tablets of Creation. This exact process that's been described now by astrophysicists and astronomers is in ancient text that we can read, and we can see, oh my God, this is exactly what this text is saying. It's talking about the creation of our solar system. It even talks about the creation of Earth in that text. It's Marduk, aka Nibiru, a moon of Nibiru, crashed into Tiamat. It broke into pieces and became the hammered bracelet. That's the asteroid belt. One giant chunk swung away, recoalesced with everything, water, land, and organic material needed for life, and became the Earth, tugging with it the moon. So it's pretty crazy that the creation of this planet itself, and it says that it pushed, the net force pushed Mercury closer to the sun and pushed Venus closer to the sun, and then we took the third spot in place around our orbit around our sun. And then, of course, we have Mars, which used to be a moon. And then they looked at it and said, wow, they meaning astrophysicists, this looks like this Mars wasn't originally in this type of orbit. It must have been orbiting something else in our solar system, which it was. They had a major global catastrophe there on Mars. And then after Mars, you have another little planet that survived called Ceres. It has the most fresh water of any other planet in our solar system. More
and
fresh
water. Where's its location?
That's the next planet after Mars, Ceres.
Really? Falls in orbit between Mars and Jupiter near the middle of the asteroid belt with an orbital period.
Heard about this before?